Hello everyone, welcome back to the table. Please excuse the poor lighting. I'm not in my lighted area. However, Yaah issue 14 just came into my doorstep today, and so I thought I would, do the obligatory run through. So first of all, we've got the included game is going to be Rattenkrieg. I don't know why I said Rattenkrieg, and going to have several articles. But I think the game is what people are really looking forward to in this one. So by Gottardo Zanchini, I always say the name wrong, the guy who does like Rifles in the Ardennes series, he's come up with a solitaire World War II Stalingrad game. So that's this issue's game. So I'm going to be very excited to get in there and play that one. And of course, we're going to open up and read it. So you've got your Phantom Division ad there. If you did the reprint, they had a Phantom Division expansion add-on for old school tactical games. And your editor remarks there, Mark Walker took over the helm of editor this issue. And, contents. Got an article about Blue Water Navy. That's what a lot of the game is, a lot of reviews, a lot of insights, behind the scenes stuff like that, which I think is great. Here's the Devil's Toupee with lots of pictures. Red Storm, Cold War gets some hot air. Oh, I like the titles there. Nice. So hopefully this will give you a chance to read. I don't know if you ever have power outages, internet outages. Sometimes you just can't get to the internet. Sometimes it's nice just to have some paper reading, dead tree reading in your hands there. Freedom, the Underground Railroad. Here's some, I wrote a little bit about Old School Tactical Volume 3. I hope you enjoy that. Long Cruel Woman. The Assault on Firebase Mary Ann. Very cool. U-Boot. Yes, this looks so fun. I've heard you could play this solitaire, single player, but trying to manage everything, and it's like time-based, and yeah. I've seen people on YouTube play it, and it looks like a hoot if you have people really into that and they just want to scramble around, moving stuff around. Interceptor Ace. Compass Games is putting out a lot of games lately. What is this? Just a short little article there. Radiation Dust. Fall of the Soviet Union. Interesting. I've never heard of this game before. Yeah, interesting. March to the Sound of the Guns. We got alternate scenario in here. Oh, very cool. I know that's something too. I know people like a little bit of varied content, so it's kind of cool. Here we've got a scenario for Armageddon War by Greg Porter himself. That's awesome, the designer. And then here's Hell on Wheels, a scenario by Shane Logan, the designer of Old School Tactical, Volume 2. Nice. That's very cool. Then Fire Support Base Mary Ann. So they got a game. Now we got a solitaire. Oh, people have been asking for solitaire stuff. Yeah, Mark is a busy person, but that's awesome that he's got in a solitaire scenario for old school 65. Thank you, Eddie. Solitaire scenario for 65. Squad battles in the jungles of Vietnam. Now, I'm looking, it's got special scenario rules, so it looks like you could play this with just the base game and not the solitaire expansion, so that's good to know. Greatest Fear. Ooh, we got some fiction from Mark. Oh, okay, we'll have to read that. I didn't know he put a thing in there. Oh, I think this goes in with his, yeah. Yeah, read, if you haven't, Mark Walker writes novels too. I would suggest you take a look at those. They're pretty good. If you like a combination of like World War III, sci-fi, well, I don't know if it's sci-fi, but like vampires and stuff. I guess that's not sci-fi, but horror elements. I thought it was pretty fun. It's a good read. He's got 2 books in this series. Okay, so here we go. Rattenkrieg. And it's not too many pages. Again, just kind of a flip through. It's a new magazine. I'll let you do the reading, right? We're just flipping through. Look at there. Here's the battle events. Pioneer Squad, Rattenkrieg scenarios. I think it's 6 scenarios if I remember right. Yep, Fire Corridor, Tractor Works. And Blitzkrieg, Myth Exposed. Oh, is that someone wrote up on a book maybe? Is that a game? I'll have to look. Okay, awesome. So the game, then you got your Rattenkrieg, keep saying rotten, Rattenkrieg. Maybe rotten is good, but Rattenkrieg for rat. So anyway, here's your tables, movement, line of sight, enemy activation markers. Okay, good. It's really not that rules heavy. Once you kind of read through it, I did some kind of, I guess, some play testing for it. It's not very complicated of a game, so I think you'll be able to play. I like it because you could over time. Well, I'll show you. First of all, let me show you this. Oh, these counters are just trying to jump right off here. Trying to put them back. Now this right here, these are some additional counters. Probably go with the scenario that's included in the magazine, but then the rest of this is all Rattenkrieg. And I want to zoom in carefully. Oh, wrong one. Zoomed in too much. I love those counters. I think those are just awesome. I love the artwork chosen, so not hand drawn, like took pictures and colorized them a little bit. But I think those are some of the prettiest counters that have been in a Yaah magazine, or just like for a war game. I just really like the look and the style and the way they came out. So I think they're really good looking. Overall, really good quality stuff. And I'm just gonna punch a couple here. Got some, yeah, some are trying to pop right out. Okay, so for you folks that are like me, counters are incredibly important. Now, these are, I would say, like the standard type that come with the Yaah magazine. Because these are kind of the polybagged, it's not a boxed experience. They are thin, but they are connected on the sides, so just be aware of that. Now, for me, I kind of get this sometimes. They're in the middle, they're a little tougher to punch out, and then on the outsides, they're always a little bit easier. Maybe that's just the way this batch seems, but it looks like they're not going to be challenging. Yeah, I'm just trying here. They're not going to be challenging to punch out, and then I can't get them. I'm always afraid I'm going to hurt something. Oh, a couple of these don't want to come out, so I'm going to be careful. Probably what I'll do for these, because problem that I have is I tend to over push stuff. Yeah, I'm going to end up ripping stuff. So I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and cut these. So I would say, just like everything, you know, grab the ones that easily punch out, and then if you need to, just get an X-Acto knife and get some of the stubborn ones. That way you're not tearing the paper off of them. But again, let me just pull a couple of these up. I think they're just really slick. I'm super impressed with the way those came out. But there you go. You got a game. You got lots of counter. Oh, I did forget this. Here you have an AI bot, and it's on 2 sides there. AI bot for D, kind of a flow chart kind of thing. It's really nice. I like flow charts. I know some folks, when they have AI, they like with cards and things like that. I've always found just a flow chart to work well for AI, and then you can use it on anything just about. I made one for Old School Tactical that I've shared out, put different places, and I think it works great for Old School Tactical. But I know Shane's coming up with a completely different system for it. But that's my take. I love flowchart AI. I think it just makes sense. Put a spot, is it doing it? Yes, no. Cycle through to a decision, and off you go. So there's 2 of those. It's 1 sheet, but 2 AIs. So depending on the situation, it'll tell you which AI to use. Now, this Rattenkrieg is going to have a lot of replayability because it comes with city blocks that essentially you can cut these out. So if you have like a small sheet of plexi or something like that, you can lay them on your table, put your small plexi or something else to kind of help hold them down, and then you're going to be able to move within these areas. And they're not, so it's not a hex based, but it's kind of area based. So you can move your troops. Certain amount of folks can fit inside an area or fit inside like a building. But then as you cut these out, you can then rearrange them as needed to fit the scenario or whatever kind of situation that you need. So it's going to give you some different replayability in how you set them up. So it's pretty cool. But they are thin sheets though, just in case people are wondering. But again, this is to help kind of keep the cost down. But it's not paper, so you've got like some heavy cardstock here. Well, everybody's opinion is going to be different on that, but they come on cardstock. But at least it's kind of a laminated cardstock, so they're really nice. But there you go. You got Rattenkrieg, your city map cutout pieces, your magazine chock full of gaming articles, some new scenarios for some of your favorite games, and then of course the game Rattenkrieg with a bunch of counters and all the associated stuff. So there you go. That's Yaah issue 14. Thanks for watching.